Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the 1st of July 2026. My brothers and sisters in Africa. The South Africans promised that on the 30th, it would be on like Donkey Kong for all the foreigners that were black. Note, South Africans are cool with the white foreigners, not the black ones. So today's the 1st. Let's see what's happening. Let's see if they meant what they were actually saying. Let's see. Are the cops running away from them, or are the cops escorting them? I'm confused. I am confusion. What is happening? Alright, so it's a bunch of guys running around. South Africans are out in the streets across the country today demanding that foreigners I think it's important. Let me add some context to this here. Black foreigners, not foreigners, black foreigners. They seem peaceful so far. I mean, they seem peaceful. Comment section obviously is people shitting on them. Let's see. Okay, Sky News. People have marched through some of South Africa's largest cities to protest against immigration. South Africa's correspondent witnessed a man being tasered by a protester in central. Wow.
A warrior formation.
Time to go witch hunt for foreigners. Again, it must be noted, black foreigners. I think it's important. I think it's important that we point this out and we don't ignore the black elephant in the room.
For a war on foreigners, marching across South Africa's cities to warn African immigrants here that it's time to leave.
Exactly. African immigrants. Where'd the guy get tasered? That's what I understand.
Are saying that it's peaceful, but it doesn't feel peaceful. They're brandishing weapons.
Listen, how you feel doesn't matter. Are they actually peaceful or not?
They're in the heart of Johannesburg's central business.
Yusra El Bajir. Girl, as soon as you're done doing this report, get your ass out of there. I'm just saying, we need to find a Stephanie Brown or something, send someone from Sweden or something to report on this.
This district, making it clear to everyone here that they do not welcome African foreign nationals.
Oh, shit.
As the city's residents navigate through hundreds of protesters, they're targeted and attacked.
Damn, they tased the dude. Shit.
Tasered him.
Oof.
Feels like a witch hunt. They keep pointing out people that they think may
Sweetheart, you're not South African.
be foreign, and then.
But you know what? If she's working for Sky News, there's probably a white cameraman, a couple of white people around her, so she's safe.
Attacking them. We just saw a man get tasered on the side of
She's like the right type of black,
the street.
As long as she stays with the white people.
Are you stopping any acts of violence, or are you just organizing the march?
Listen, the police are South African as well. The police, some of them are also posting. Some of them have relatives that are also posting, talking about get these black foreigners out. Of course, they're not doing anything.
Even the lighter moments of this march are channeled at telling foreigners to get out. So what is fueling this aggression?
I'm unemployed. There's no employment.
So all the foreigners took all the jobs.
You can't find anything.
Now we are focusing on the illegal foreign.
That's not true. Like we covered last week, they say illegal, but they want everyone out. And the mask falls off temporarily, but it always comes back up. But it does fall down.
It's not. Yes. We are black Africans. That's why we are focusing on illegal foreigner. Let me tell you, we go to a hospital, they are illegal foreigner occupying a hospital. You go to school, they are illegal foreigner.
Members of Operation Dudula, the military name of this xenophobic movement, can be seen entering the ground of this school earlier this year, harassing parents in front of their children, who they suspect are undocumented.
Damn.
In other instances, they've prevented foreign nationals from accessing healthcare. High unemployment and economic inequality has entrenched poverty in South Africa. But the country is still a refuge to Africans from across the continent, now seen by some here as unwelcome guests in a state of growing scarcity.
Alright, so okay, that's a breakdown essentially. I want to see what's happening today. Okay, this is 22 hours ago. Let's see. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. It's not that many. Like, it looks like it's thinning here at the back. Doesn't look like, okay, maybe it's not that many. Alright, just people running around, nothing is happening. Okay, let's do this one. What's this?
We are tired. We are very tired. You are coming in our country, taking our women.
I swear they keep saying country. It must be a meme. There's no way they're purposefully saying country instead of country. There's no way. It must be a meme.
Taking our jobs.
Taking our women and our jobs. Listen. If the women want it, ain't nobody raping them. As far as the jobs are concerned, we were watching some videos last week talking about lazy South Africans. Listen, and that's not me saying it. That was the white dude that the influencer chick was trying to talk to, and she was like, nah. And he's the one who said that, not me. I'm just repeating what he said.
We are very tired. We're doing the same job and you are driving a car, but I'm not driving. We are tired of this shit.
Okay. See, like I said earlier, it has nothing to do with like, are they legal or illegal? As long as they're foreigners, they need to get the fuck out. That's how they see it. All right, let's see some more videos. See, this is the right type of foreigner. This is fine. Alright. I'm just saying, like, we saw lots of threats last week. This is what a member of parliament... Okay, let's go to the latest, not the top. Let's see the latest. I wanna see something happening. I don't want to be disappointed. Come on, South Africans, show me something. This guy's smoking a joint. Oh, it's a whistle. So essentially nothing is happening. That's what it looks like to me. Like nothing is. They're running around, they're singing. Hey, what's this? We are finally in our country. Nigerian mom rejoices as she returns to Nigeria with her children amid anti-migrant protests in South Africa. All right, good luck. Okay, what's
Deadline
this?
demanding undocumented migrants.
Nigerian. Okay, obviously he's not a fan.
Fellow Ghanaians here in South Africa.
Okay, Ghanaian. Where is it? So nothing is happening, guys. Okay.
Africa. You saw that protest. So I think we should start from South Africa. You saw that protest yesterday. I was actually...
Sounds like a Nigerian accent. Azu Osumili. Listen, this is definitely Nigerian.
Boggled. My mind was boggling to no end, Emmanuel, when I saw the amount of people that trooped out on those protests. South Africans have hate in their hearts like this?
I wouldn't say it's hate. I would just say they're reacting to the lowest common denominator. And you know what? Life really is tough over there for them. And they're looking to blame someone. They can't blame the white man, right? Because even though, right, the white South Africans have all the resources, all the land, etc., they also have all the power. It's easier, you know? Like, I kind of understand it from like a human element. It's easier to go for like, oh, these black foreigners that are coming to get the shit jobs. Illegal, because the illegal black people are getting shit jobs. The legal black people are getting the good jobs. And it's easier to target them because they're like a workforce. They don't really have any actual power. It's much harder to go after people with power. So I kind of understand them when the South Africans are like, no, we're going to target the other black Africans instead of targeting, you know, who has actual power.
That all of these people came out to protest against fellow Africans, migrants, most of them legal migrants, because I don't think migration is an offense.
Illegal migration is an offense, brother. It's in the word illegal. Like we're not going to start moving the goalpost here because, oh, they're doing something wrong, so this cancels out the wrong thing we did first. No. Illegal immigration is illegal. It is wrong, right? It is wrong. They are right, and their government should be making sure that illegals do not get access to their country or their resources. They are right in that specific point.
Migration is not a crime. People migrate. In my village, in Mwaja, in Ukwani local government in Delta State.
Jesus, that accent is thick, bro. Good luck. Tensions rise in South Africa. See, this is what I'm looking for. Obviously, right? The looting, right? It wouldn't be a fight for independence, right? And for freedom and liberation if there wasn't some looting. We know this is a tradition. Toilet paper. Okay. Okay. The white dude's taking the pics.
When was this happening? When did this happen?
What was happening when we pulled up here?
Damn.
They ran out the bit.
Damn. They cleaned it out. Fucking animals, man. Animals.
Quick rush.
Jesus. This is embarrassing. xenophobic mobs are pawns in the grand chess game for the soul. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, the result is still the same, right? The result is still the same. Anti-migrant protests for South Africa. Come on, man. There's nothing. Returning Malawians protest over delayed assistance at Joyce Chitsulu camp. Oh, shit.
So to act as if South Africa is not a fundamentally African country is profoundly disingenuous.
I don't know. Like, it's the only country, like, I might be wrong, but it's the only country that didn't kick out the white people that were in control of the country. Like, every other country that liberated itself kicked them out, except for South Africa. I don't think it's disingenuous. Let's hear this statement again from the start, because I don't think it's disingenuous at all.
So to act as if South Africa is not a fundamentally African country is profoundly disingenuous.
No, I think you are what you do, not only what you are, right? Yes, you're a human being, but if you act like an animal, you're also an animal. You know what I mean? So, in that token, yes, South Africa is an African country, but if they don't behave like an African country, what are they?
Every single South African that I know.
Oh, this one's important. She's been tracking it since 2008. This is important because, like I said last week, I studied in South Africa. I lived in SA for 7 years. And again, it's a good point that they point out here that she's been doing this since 2008. Anyone that's looking at this saying this is new, this is not new. This is not fresh. We done seen this. This has been happening. And it's just that now there's like more of a focus on it because of internet and, you know, the social media. That's the only thing. But for people that have lived in SA for a while, this has been going on and off for like more than 15, 20 years now.
Every single South African that I know can point to a relative that is from Swaziland, someone who's from Botswana.
That doesn't matter. It's like racism. People are like, oh, every single white person that I know can point to a relative that's black. And come on, man. Come on. Let's stop being disingenuous.
Because there's a recognition that people are always moving.
Yeah.
That migration is an inherently human thing.
Yes. Local elections in November could alter the country's political landscape for the ruling ANC.
A lot of these xenophobic upswings are connected to election years. Mm-hmm. When we are meant to be asking ourselves really important questions as citizens about if we are being given the kind of political safeguards that we've asked for, what we get from the state is often an attempt to throw other things at us to distract us.
Yes.
And this is not just a South African strategy. We see Trump continuously use this idea of the wall, of keeping people out, outsiders and insiders, that things are going to be better once we make America great again. And we're realizing that none of those promises are legitimate. This narrative.
We're not realizing that because we keep falling for it as human beings. Not just as Africans, as Americans, as Europeans, everyone keeps falling for the same trap again and again and again and again and again. So in a way, I kind of feel like, you know what? We deserve whatever's going to happen to us. The same way the guy that goes to the gym again and again and again deserves, you know, that awesome body that he has. The human race, the peoples, the countries that fall for these traps that these politicians and the people funding them set, you deserve the outcome of that because you were dumb enough to fall for it. So you know what? There's your shit sandwich. Chew on it.
That, you know, they're taking our jobs, they're taking our women, they're taking all of this. When they supposedly leave in the most horrific, gratuitous, violent ways possible, what are you then as a South African left with? And
the election has gone by, the person that was supposed to win the election has won it, and everything goes back to normal.
I think this is a question that Julius Malema asked.
300 Ghanaians went back.
Ghanaians. You know what? English is not his first language. I'ma chill. Let me take a step back.
To Ghana 3 days ago. Show me 300 jobs which were created after those 3 Ghanaians left.
The reality is there are no jobs. We have a huge unemployment crisis in this country. It is devastating.
Damn, it's a plumber and electrician. Oof.
Our own state is failing. They're mandated to give us the kinds of things that we are asking them for. So employment, for access, for security, for actually living a dignified life in this country. But then to scapegoat these supposed strangers when this country has been built on strangers in the first place is a really absurd thing that I really struggle to reconcile with.
Listen, we can agree. We can agree on that note, but the result is still the same. The result is no. The result shall be the same. And after the elections in November, the people shall also deserve whatever is left behind. It is what it is. Again, let's see. There's no video of anything popping off. Come on, y'all. They promised so much, dude. Like the videos last week that we were watching, so many threats, man. So many threats. Nothing. There's a bus that crashed. Where's the video, bruv? What happened? Yeah, what happened on the deadline day? Nothing. Nothing happened. They throw it for a bit. Oh shit. Anti-immigration groups falsely claim that illegal immigrants will be arrested and deported if they stay. Well, illegal immigrants should be deported and arrested. I mean, with that I agree. The South African government has rejected the group's threats as false despite the ongoing protests.
The 30th of June was never a date communicated or sanctioned by government. It was a date sanctioned or communicated by some of the leaders of the community people that were marching. And from a government point of view, we wanted all other people to be allowed to go through their daily chores as possible. And it was a normal working day.
It doesn't look like it was a normal working day, brother. I'm sorry. The groups say the country is overrun with illegal immigrants who saturate the job market and public services. right, they're burning the place down. The current wave of anti-immigration violence is the most significant since the deadly 2008 unrest. Again, this is not the first time, guys. This is not the first time. And the worst part is that it doesn't even affect like the people in like nice neighborhoods. Can anti-immigration protests solve South Africa's unemployment? Okay.
The legitimate they have.
Let's see what this
is. We don't
is.
support the Congress of South African Trade Unions. We don't support these marches.
All right, Matthew. All right. South Africa faces fresh wave. Uganda launched evacuation as South Africa braced for fresh xenophobia protests. Right.
Seems to be but the situation seems to be handled but not enough. Please.
Jesus, just speak Zulu. We'll use subtitles. It'll be fine. No Ghanaian in custody after South Africa protests, says the High Commission. 3 arrested after shooting during Hillbrow protest. Ooh. South Africa has deployed drones and additional security resources. Uganda is the latest country. Okay. No Ghanaian in police custody after South Africa protests. Come on, South Africa. I thought you guys... Come on, you guys can do better. You guys can do better. Come on. Another 269 Nigerians return home as anti-migrant protesters march in South Africa. What's this? Cape Town sees days. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing. I'm not seeing anything crazy about these protests. Hold on.
There's a lot of instances. As Vatsonga Machangan, when we come here today, we are coming to say we have been marginalized for a very long time. We have been abused for a very long time. There's a lot of instances here in South Africa where every time when there are people who want to march, or when there are people, when it's towards the elections, our people get attacked because they confuse us. They don't know how to tell the difference between someone from Mozambique who's Tsonga Achangan and between someone from South Africa who's...
The hint is right there, brother. The hint is right there. There's Tsonga and Shangan in Mozambique. There's Tsonga and Shangan in South Africa, because fundamentally it is the same thing. We are the same thing. Y'all won't accept it, right? Until you're under the boot again, which is coming. The boot is coming. But as soon as you get under the boot again, you will be reminded. You will remember, oh shit, we have brothers on the other side of the fence. Yo, brother, help. That's when you'll remember. For now, right? We, as far as you guys are concerned, we're fundamentally different. Okay. All right, y'all have a good one.
There were instances when there were riots that were being started in Mossel Bay, and we lost one of our own, who is in Shamulo. We have not even got justice today. So when we come here, we are saying we want justice for Shamulo. We want justice for all Tsonga people. We want that they need to start treating us like South Africans today.
Now, you mentioned quite an interesting information that there are people who might be affiliated to politicians or politics. Which parties, which members?
There are a lot of parties that have been funding these things, like your MK party, your Action SA, all those kind of parties. So they've been funding these movements because we're seeing them when they go out marching, they are supporting these things. So I want to ask them, do they only care about the South Africans that they are saying, okay, these are South Africans, but the Tsonga people are always pushed to the side? Why are the Tsonga Machangan people always pushed to the side? Because there are Changani people here in South Africa who are based in Bushbuckridge, but if someone is in KZN or is somewhere in Eastern Cape, they don't know how to tell this person is from here or is from here. So those are the kind of things that we have problems with.
Again, I feel like we deserve everything, or they deserve everything that they're planting. Oh, okay, here we go. Those Tsongas don't really represent us. We know why they're there. They tried using Hlamulo and Sambo's death to oppose March and March, as some of them there were paid to do that. Now they're trying something new, make Tsongas not join the March and March. So they tried to use tribalism card. I am Tsonga man, but these ones don't represent me. These are a bunch of TikTok friends calling themselves Gaza TikTok. The leader is a charlatan fake pastor called Hagiazi something. Hagiazi something. A rented mob must be ashamed to agree to be used like that. Ooh. Tsonga people are sellout at work. They sold out during apartheid. They have a majority of selling out, and the reason they're in South Africa is because Queen Mojaji did not have soldiers and she hired Tsongas to block Swatis from stealing her cows. They later settled. Okay, so South Africans aren't feeling it. They're not feeling it. One of the leaders of this group is a guy called Hagiazo. He's always posing with chrome and other minerals. I can tell you for free that he's a Mozambican. Using fraudulent documents, he's a Zama kingpin. Listen. Oh, come on. Why is he Mozambican now with a Maserati? This looks like a Beamer in his... Oh, man. Leave Mozambicans out of this. Come on. Oh. That's not good. A Nigerian shop owner has reportedly been shot dead outside his business in Witbank in Mpumalanga. According to reports, he was legally documented and operated his shop with the required authorization. God damn. And this, right, this is the difference between a proper country and a shithole. Like, this is why people want to move to like Europe, Asia, East Asia, because West Asia, East Asia, the Americas, is because even when there's unrest in these places, people don't just go around fucking killing other people. Like, the US is going through this thing with ICE and whatever. You're not finding you're not finding people being vigilantes, hunting down supposed quote unquote illegals. But in shitholes, which, let's be honest, 80% of the planet's shitholes are located on African soil. This is what happens. The dude was legally documented and had all his, like, he was legally documented as a person, and his company was documented. Still got shot by random ass people. South Africa is the worst black population. Never seen people with so much hate in their hearts for their own kind. Apartheid really did them dirty. Listen, as someone that lived there, and I've met at least 200 South Africans in my time, I 1,000,000% concur. Like, I learned the theory of racism and self-hate, like in Zimbabwe, in Angola, in Mozambique, and Namibia. South Africa taught me the practical lesson of self-hate and racism. There is so much work that needs to get done there. It's why I didn't want to stay. Like, dude, I was there for 7 years. I could have gotten my South African citizenship. I had the paperwork and everything. But there was something in me that was like, bro, don't do it. Don't do it. What's this? Nigerians kill one another regularly in South Africa. Then they turn around and point fingers at South Africans. Okay, let's see.
Big boys.
That I couldn't make out the words, but those look like Yeah, the guy in black definitely looked like Nigerian. Fake news gets more likes.
2016. When did you arrive here in South Africa? I arrived here 2016. What does your visa say? My visa says visitor's visa. If you are here as a visitor, you're supposed to be here for how many months? For 3 months. And what happened? Then after that, if you're not going back, you go and seek for asylum, which I did. Okay. Yes. So you're a refugee? Yes. A refugee that owns 4 businesses. Where have you seen that?
Wait a minute. Wait. This is some stupid ass logic. A refugee cannot then prosper wherever he is refuged. You know what? Let's watch the whole video. Because maybe I'm missing something. Let's see.
It's my new talk. What type of drugs do you have in the house? It's only cats.
Okay. So he has drugs. All right.
Chief.
It's a good thing I watched the whole video.
How much cat are you gonna give me? For how much?
Maybe around 4,000-5,000.
It can't be that.
I'm telling you. Let's go.
How many grams do you have of cat?
It's about 50 grams.
Then how much stock in total do you have?
It's what I'm telling you.
You're wasting my time. No?
Not wasting your time. That's why I say let's go.
Okay, it's fine. Let's go.
They whooped his ass. God damn. Leave or return in a coffin. The threat driving migrants out of South Africa. This guy's saying shame. No. Why is South African government silent about all this? Because they're complicit. Mugabe assures tutu of help for SA refugee. Just let them just pray the whites there doesn't overshadow them again, because killing you guys won't even be enough. It's like I said last week, dude. Once they get everyone out, I hope it all stays peaceful over there.
What's the new news? Provinces don't here. First, we were chasing foreigners. We told foreigners to go because we didn't want them. Guess what's the new news?
What?
Provinces don't want other provinces to do work in their province. When is the madness going to stop?
I'm the Northwest Province Small Business Development Council chairperson. Brother, we cannot allow this. We cannot allow artisans and laborers coming from other provinces to come and work in our land.
Yeah. So once they get the foreigners out, now it's like if you're from Texas, you can't work in California. If you're from this is too funny.
In our vicinity, in our town, look at these laborers, look at these artisans. These are not our Botswana people from the Northwest Province. Look at this guy. You want to tell us that we don't have people with this skill in the Northwest Province? No, this is unacceptable. But our people are the ones that should come and buy more chicken licky.
But to be sincere, if they call you up here, first.
I love it. I fucking love it.
First, we were.
Jesus, that's hilarious. What's this?
Come on, we are not going back.
And you know what the most heartbreaking thing is? The rich ones. Well, not rich. The middle class to rich. I say this because I was in South Africa, right, since 2005, and I remember this happening. I lived in Menlyn in Pretoria. Nothing happened in Menlyn, you know. It's a bunch of white people, upper middle class, you know, chilling. You know, everyone had some money. Everything was chill. None of this stuff happens in those places with the people that are actually going to affect how many South Africans get employed or don't get employed. You saw those videos we were watching, the marches and whatever. Nothing happens at the gated communities. Everything's chill over there. This guy that say we're not going back, he doesn't live in the ghetto. He doesn't live in the slum where all that stuff is happening. He lives in places like Brooklyn.
We are not going.
Look at those cars. Look at the BMW SUV, the Mercedes Benz. These boys are chilling. They figured out something that I figured out as a student back in 2005. That like, I just don't stay with the brokies. It'll be fine.
Back.
Look at this shit.
We just bought a Maybach.
Go back to your country.
We are here legally, so we are not going back.
You all are buying our cars.
No. Come on.
With the white dude here selling the Maybach, chilling. Everyone's chilling. It's just the brokies that are getting fucked. Or that are fucking each other, essentially.
Our cars.
No.
It's heartbreaking to watch, man. People not understanding the game that's being played. I think we've heard enough from Julius Malema. No video. Alright, so we got no more video, and essentially from what I'm seeing here, like nothing is happening. Nothing's happening in South Africa. It's just lots of threats, but at the end of the day, there's nothing. There's nothing. They're just sitting here telling people that, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But nothing actually ends up happening. Good luck to the South Africans. It's probably not going to end well for them. Hey, Vince, what's happening? What's happening? Says there's nothing new in Wakanda. Oh, my God, bro. We're still killing each other. We are still killing each other. Let me refresh this feed. South Africa protest. No. Migrants. Yeah, let's try South Africa migrants. Really? God damn it. Okay, let's go with protests then. Because, God damn it. Nothing? What is happening? Alright, fine. And Bahambe, we saw. Okay, let's go with the latest. Don't they have like latest results? Who's this?
So, almost 100 million people in South Africa. Okay. So, what is the GDP of South Africa?
God. Please tell me he's not going to propose. Let's spend the GDP on the 100 million South Africa. Please tell me he's not this dumb.
It's more than billions of rands.
Yes.
I'm saying,
yes,
if this government, if these people of South Africa come together, this country can afford to give each and every South African.
Everyone wants to become a communist. Everyone is a communist now. Fuck. To give. Why is no one talking about earning? Why is everyone talking about giving? This is why black people ain't allowed in South Africa's whites only town. What? What's this?
The question, why can't a black person come here, is not the right question. It's more a question like a marriage between two people. It's an exclusive affair. Doesn't mean you're against anyone else. You take your wife, she's important to you.
Yep.
Or and in your wedding, in your marriage, you're exclusive. Doesn't mean it's not built on hate. It's built on love for our culture. We want to preserve our culture. We want to preserve our traditions, our faith, our language. These are the things that
our skin color.
But someone might.
Come on, dog. Say the whole thing. God damn it. Transgender clinic in South Africa was forced to shut down over. Okay. Charlie Kirk. Hey.
Maybe that's right.
Let's see what this
and
guy
so
has to say.
South Africa is what, 75%
Black, is that correct? 80%, maybe?
Yeah,
20?
that's right.
Right.
It's very
and
high.
So explain to me, like post-apartheid, outside of the land ownership, maybe there's a business element. Why?
No, Charlie, no. Rest in peace, but they own all the land. They own all the companies, the legacy companies that owned all the shopping centers and whatever, your Walmarts and whatever. They own all the banks. Dude, come on, bro. Come on.
Is it that once apartheid was removed, why Black South Africans were not able to see their material economic?
Because they don't own anything. Literally, they do not own anything.
Net worth go up in the last 20 or 30 years? What do you think there's any, and maybe I don't know enough, are there any cultural inhibitions of a defeatist attitude that has basically, let's say, infected the minds of poor South Africans last 20 years that feel as if they can't accumulate wealth? Do you think that plays a factor?
Yeah, I think what's really infected Black South Africans is pretty much going back what we're talking about. Obviously, from the colonial background that I just gave you, and we see a lot of like neo-colonialism, you control the supply chains, and you own 72% of agricultural farmland. How do you expect the majority Black people to improve their lives and their outcomes when you pretty much control everything?
Enough. And so this is a sloppy but best example I can give. Is that fair? I'll do it. So just grant me some mercy here. What percentage of American land is owned by Asians?
Fuck. He's right. He's fucking right. God damn. And the thing is, Asians, the Asians in America are super rich. And they all went to America as immigrants. Like 90% of Asians in America are like middle to upper middle to like just actually rich. Like you, wow. Fuck me. He's right.
Not sure.
Yeah, less than 3%. They are the richest racial group in America.
Fuck. I'm never using the argument of like Black South Africans don't own anything. Jesus Christ. Okay. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Rest in peace. Moving the goalpost postal. We understand the world through comparison, brother. You know what I mean? That is literally how we understand. Like, the reason we know the Lamborghini is fast is because we know the Toyota is not so fast. Do you know? We know that a million's a lot because we know that 1,000 is not as much as a million. You know what I mean? So comparison is literally how we understand, communicate, and shape the world, by comparison. And goddamn, that was an awesome example. Jesus.
So maybe land ownership isn't the only thing that matters to get wealthy.
Land ownership, business ownership, that's not the only thing. Because again, there was a huge influx of Asians, not even like, 1,000 years ago when the slaves from Africa or like the slaves from Western Europe were brought over. That's not even when the Asians dropped by. The Asians dropped by as in like full-scale proper migration less than 100 years ago, and they're already at the top of the food chain in the US, which is nuts. And when they rocked up, tons of brands already existed, tons of companies and organizations, and they could have just rocked up and just started bitching. But they rolled up their sleeves and they were like, let's get it. God. This guy, you know, I'm not going to say it's a good thing in general, but for the people that are against like personal accountability, Charlie Kirk dying was actually a good move. It was actually a very good move, because this guy's arguments, Jesus, exceptional. America 250 years ago, Chinese 9,000 years. Oh, America is 250 years old, China is 9,000 years dynasty. The worst thing, Vince, and this is why like I like to get specific about stuff. We all know which Asians he was talking about when he said Asians. We all know he was talking about no one from Afghanistan. He wasn't fucking talking about no one from Uzbekistan. We all know he was talking about Chinese. He was talking about Korean, South Korean specifically. He was talking about Japanese. That's who he was talking about. Oof. That's terrible.
And it's basically all owned by white people in America, okay? Yet Asians, Indians are by far the richest group. So why is it that
I don't know about Indians. I don't know about that.
This particular group that happens to own the land and the supply chains, and we've admitted it's very hard to run this land, very hard to run this idea of farming in South Africa, is that it feels to me, I could be wrong, that it's a group of resentment-driven politics towards a group of people that own land instead of opportunity and empowerment-based politics, talking to the black majority about how they could build a better life for themselves instead of taking away other people's stuff. I don't know South African law enough. I don't know if it's a free market-based. I really don't. I'm not just playing cute. But as a general operating principle, it's very bad to build a political movement around taking other people's stuff because you're obsessed with what you don't have instead of the mental energy to create what you want and what you think you deserve. So my postulation, and I'm glad you admitted it, don't say kill the Boers. Bad, we should say that. It has created real deaths and real harm. If I was in charge, which of course I'm not, I would spend all my time not saying kill the Boer, kill the Boer. I would say, my people, get your act together. Let's work harder. Let's prove the Boer wrong. Let's start a business. Let's build families. One is driven in resentment and greed and envy and confiscation, and one is rooted in creation and entrepreneurship and optimism. I'd like to see the latter.
Damn, even dead, this guy is throwing out dubs. Jesus Christ. All right. So that was the whole Charlie Kirk thing. I think we're done. I think we're done with South Africa. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see if the South Africans decide to actually do something. You know, because so far they're disappointing me. I'm not gonna lie. So far, I thought they'd be getting stuff done today. Not so much. Oh yeah, for sure they killed this guy for his voice. I mean, come on, bro. The man was a machine. There's no fighting that point. The dude was a freaking monster, and he didn't need a gun. He didn't need a bomb. He didn't need nothing. He was just like giving it to people, left, right, and center, just delivering ass whoopings. And the ass whoopings were so good. They were so epic. They had to kill him. Because he was so good. You know what I mean? Like he converted people that weren't on his side. This guy wasn't just like, oh, I'm just gonna prove you wrong. No. He was like, oh, you're a Democrat. Welcome. Have a seat. Let's talk. Give me your ideas, I'll give you mine. By the end of the conversation, the Democrats like, you know what? I'm thinking I want to be a Republican. And that's why they were like, no, this dude gots to go. He has to go. He actually wants to have a conversation with people? No. Because you know, ideas get more entrenched. They get like the root of an idea really catches on. It really catches on when it's given the space to breathe and to be challenged. And the more it gets challenged and the more it wins out every single challenge that rocks up, the stronger it gets, the more ingrained it gets. And this guy just kept whooping and whooping and whooping. And they're like, okay, if we don't get rid of Charlie Kirk, he's going to become president one day. We can't have that happen. And so what happened. Let's watch a short video here. on the whole migration thing.
Thousands of migrants are fleeing South Africa ahead of a self-declared deadline set not by authorities, but by vigilante groups demanding undocumented foreign.
And again, it's vigilantes. Can you get more shithole than a place that has vigilantes running a country? Like, is there a level more shithole than that? Because vigilantes is like one step away from civil war. He showed there was no sane arguments. Yeah, and even when there was a sane argument, the thing that really broke a lot of people is that he reintroduced the idea of, you know what, maybe not everyone is completely wrong. I've seen a couple of clips from Charlie Kirk where he was like, yeah, you know what, you do have a point there, and I'd like to add on that point and take your point and re-emphasize my point. And that changes the whole dynamic of any discussion, because now it de-escalates from like adversarial to conversational. And when you're having a conversation about someone, what happens is the issue or the topic becomes the thing that you're focusing on. You're not focusing on the person in front of you, you're focusing on the topic. And when that happens, that's a problem for the people in power. That's a real issue for the people in power. They want people hating each other, not hating like philosophies or points of view. Because once you detach from hating human beings, oh fuck, then people now we need to start discussing the actual issue. And once that starts to happen, I'm telling you, man, with the thing that happened at Wall Street in 2014, 2013, that'll happen again. Because then people stop seeing each other as the problem and they just start focusing on what's the problem. And the problem is we have people that don't have education, we have people that don't have housing, we have people that don't have electricity, we have people that don't have jobs. That's the actual problem. The problem is not that you are white and I'm black, or that you are black and I'm white. That's not the problem. The problem is the outcomes that we're getting. And they don't want people talking about the outcomes. They don't want that. They want people talking about you're foreigner, you're a woman, you're tall, you're short, you know, you think you're a woman, but you're not a woman, you know, that's what they want people focusing on. How two opposites find ground. Exactly. They don't want, dude, the people united will never be, fuck, I'm forgetting the phrase. The point is, when the people get together, they can't lose. The whole mission strategy for whoever's in power is to make sure that people never get together. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. You're an African government. Fuck you. We can't do race politics because only in South Africa we can do that. Let's do tribe politics. Even here in Mozambique, there's tribe politics of like people from the central area, people from the north, people from the south. Religious politics. Let's do religion. Let's do Christians versus Muslims. Let's do Hindus versus etc. etc. Point is, never have the people united thinking about, yo, why are our roads shit? You don't want that as a government. No, because now you have to get to work. No, who wants to work, right? Who wants to work?
Foreigners leave the country by June the 30th. Anti-immigration protests are planned nationwide on Tuesday, raising fears of violence. South African police say that they will not tolerate attacks or property damage, but tension remains.
As we saw from the videos just now, they tolerated the fuck out of attacks and property damage. So the vigilantes need a TED talk to see what people go for. Dude, the vigilantes don't have the IQ required. All right? They don't have the patience. They're too hungry. You ever been hungry? You ever been hungry? You ever had someone try to give you a speech about business investment when you're hungry? Try and see what happens when you have to do a lot of thought processing when you are hungry. Right? Most of these guys on this screen, they are hungry, they are tired, they are unhoused, like maybe not living on the street, but it's like a 35-year-old man that lives with his parents, never had his own home, never been married, never been able to afford to get married. Because down here, you don't just worry about, oh, how am I going to pay for the wedding? You have to go buy your wife. That's how it happens in most of Africa. You have to go buy your wife, right? And that's not cheap. It's pricey. You have to buy a couple cows. You look up the price of cows. It's not fun. It's not fun. So yeah, what they need is a TED Talk. But these guys are in no state to have a seat, have the aircon turned on, and then have someone break down exactly how their fathers were fucked. They are getting fucked. Their sons will get fucked. Their grandsons will get double penetrated fucked by the subsequent governments that are coming. And the only way for them to stop is to not feed into the machine. They don't have the mental faculties, the emotional faculties. They don't have any faculties. And also, oh yeah, that's another thing. You want to have a conversation with these guys? You want to find out how far they got in school before they quit? You want to have your heart broken? Most of these guys didn't even pass 6th grade. Like from the videos that we're watching, they can't even string 2 sentences in English together. Why buy a wife when the free rest of the world if you got swag? The problem is you have to go to the rest of the world. That ticket, dude, getting a passport, it's pricey for someone that doesn't have the money. So yeah, they're free for the rest of the world, but I'm talking about these guys. They don't have the option of getting a passport or going to the, the Austrian embassy, right? Like I just said, they most of them can barely string 2 sentences of English together, like continuous English, 2 sentences. Most of these guys cannot do that. The idea that they can go and get someone for free or whatever with most of the world, sure, but you can't even speak to the immigration officer at the Austrian embassy, at the American embassy, at the Australian embassy, at the whatever embassy that you want to go to as a South African man, right? You can't even speak to this person. Now, you think this person is going to facilitate a process for you to emigrate to Denmark or some shit? No, hell no. Apparently the rest of the world is importing these. No, actually the rest of the world is importing. And you know what? I'm gonna have to look up some videos to react to about that. I have some friends and family in like the US, in Europe, in Brazil as well. The Africans that are emigrating outside of Africa are from like the northern areas of the continent. You're not finding many South Africans. You're not finding many Mozambicans. You're not finding many Zimbabweans. You're not finding many Angolans. You're going to find lots of Nigerians, Ghanaians, Moroccans, Algerians. Like, take the equator, right? Take the African map, right? And then there's the line at the equator. The countries south of the equator usually don't have as much wars, have better financial situations, political stability, more or less, right? And what happens is the people from those countries usually tend to either stay there or we migrate around that area. That's why I've been to as many SADC countries that I've been to. But it's rare for you to find. It's not like Ethiopians, for example. Ethiopians, it seems like it's a fucking cultural thing that they have to go out and like try to overpopulate wherever the fuck they go. But like for example, let's use Europe as an example. I can promise you that in every major city in Europe, there's like an enclave, there's a neighborhood where you're going to find just Ethiopians. I promise you that's going to happen. You can do the same thing for Nigerians. You're going to find a neighborhood in Amsterdam, you're going to find a neighborhood in Stockholm, you're going to find a neighborhood in Munich or whatever, where it's just Nigerians. You know what I mean? But you're not going to find like, oh, a whole bunch of South Africans in, I don't know, in Portugal or something. That's not going to happen. You're not going to find a whole bunch of Mozambicans in, I don't know, the US or Canada. It just doesn't happen. We in the southern area, like the people from the southern area of the continent emigrate a lot less. Here lies the problem, which is not meant as racist, but probably is. The world sees this. Yeah, no, it's not. Dude, a fact is a fact, all right? A fact is a fact, which is why Charlie Kirk in the previous video said Asians, right? So I'm not even denying that. 100% the world sees it. Another African, which is fine. It's just human nature. Like, a guy from Denmark will be offended because he'll be like, fuck, they say I'm just another white guy when I get to Europe. When I get to Nigeria or whatever. But that's human nature. The same way when the Nigerian gets to Denmark, he's just another African. It is what it is, brother. Ain't nobody got time to be trying to decipher, what shade of African are you? No one has time for that. Come on, bro. Come on. The same way no one has time to figure out, are you Korean? Are you Chinese? Bruh, unless you volunteer this information, nobody actually cares. I'm sorry. It just is what it is.
Remains high, as DW's Diane Hawker-Kalubi reports.
No, I'll never come back again here.
Yes, you will, brother. Yes, you will. You're gonna go back to Malawi. You're gonna find out it's way shitter than South Africa. The elections will go by in November. The tensions will, drop down after the politicians and the people in power, the people that pay the politicians, after they get what they want, right? And everything's settling down, you will get on a bus and you will bring your ass back to South Africa in 2027. Stop lying to the nice lady asking questions. Stop it. And now apply that to people who are men, but oh my God, bro. Listen. That not that's just gonna trigger me.
I can't say this country is very bad, no.
See, just from his accent, I knew he was Malawian. I knew it.
But the situation...
Why? Because there's lots of Malawians in Mozambique. The same way there's lots of South Africans in Mozambique, there's lots of Zimbabweans in Mozambique, there's lots of Angolians. There's not that many Namibians. I think I've met like 2 Namibians in Mozambique. My whole life, I think I've only met like 2. They don't move around a lot, but also it's one of the most underpopulated countries in the region, so that probably also affects their numbers.
Which is
his name is James Mackey. Okay.
Happening now. It causes me to say I can't come back again. Okay. All right.
James Mackey is one of hundreds of Malawian citizens trying to get back home. He's camped outside the Malawi consulate in Johannesburg, hoping that his country's government will repatriate him and others.
My guy has spent in like years in South Africa, still hasn't. He didn't have enough money just sitting in his account. Bro, what are you doing? Are you not saving? Are you not investing? You're not doing nothing. You just like receiving your salary, spending your salary, and then waiting for the next month. Is this what you're doing? That's very irresponsible.
Anti-immigration groups like March and Operation Dudula have planned a mass mobilization against illegal migration for Tuesday, 30 June, coupled with a call for undocumented foreigners to leave the country. The group's leaders have said the protests will be peaceful.
So if there's anyone that must shoulder any blame...
This one has a funny story. Her name is Jacinta Zuma. It's so funny. There's videos and pictures of her dating Nigerian men exclusively and being like, fuck South African men. After she got dumped, she jumped the fuck on this movement. Like, she went in hard on this movement. And there was like a joke circulating talking about, guys, where's the Nigerian that pissed this chick off? So South Africans can relax. Like, go and give her something so she can chill. Living day to day is what most people... Well, you know what? You need to cut down on your expenses. That's what I'll say, Vince. I think every responsible adult, especially if you have a salary, which you can't really count on, you need to have a plan, bro. Within a year, you need to be saving 50% of your salary. That's the basic rule that they taught us in economics class. Whatever you earn, 50% of it, you need to save it. Open a savings account and then save 50% of your salary. If you have to live further away from your job, you fucking do it. If you have to find a way to live on the roof of your job, you fucking do it. What you don't do is be responsible because, I don't earn enough. They don't teach having a plan, the plan to rip. True. Yeah, exactly. Because the point is not to teach people to, be financially independent and, invest so that in 20 or 30 years you'll be set, literally have like $4 or $5 million in your account, just chilling. They don't teach people that. And it's simple things. It doesn't even take that much money. It really does not take that much money. I'm talking like $40 a week. It's nuts.
For the 30th, it's the government. But on our part...
But the problem is no one wants to wait 20 years to live well.
We are saying for what we can take and what we can do to ensure that no violence ensures, we'll do that.
But Maki is not convinced.
See, this is the right type of foreigner. This is the wrong type of foreigner.
In the last 2 months, 2 demonstrations ended in violent clashes. 4 people were killed, including 2 Mozambicans, 1 Malawian and 1...
Jesus, why? Oh, fuck. Every time I read about these things, I'm like, fuck, I hope there's no mention of Mozambique. I'm just, like, I'm crossing my fingers, I'm crossing my toes. I'm like, God, please let there be nothing about Mozambicans, please. And then, for fuck's sakes, bro. For fuck's sakes. Dying for nothing. I swear, that people are dying for nothing. People are killing each other for nothing.
And South African. Maki says he has also received direct threats.
There is also, the situation is not good. Why I'm saying it's not good, there we are staying with the people who are also the citizens of this country. So they say to us, all foreigners, if we are still living here, they've got rights to do whatever they can manage to do to us, especially to kill or maybe to get injured.
The government says 15,000 Malawians have been processed for deportation, primarily in Durban, and those without appropriate documents will need to be issued emergency travel documents and could be banned from travel into South Africa for 5 years.
Oof.
This will be the case for Hawa Hassan, who admits entering South Africa without a passport.
You know, like, what really breaks my heart about all this is, you know, actually, let me look it up with AI, because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see what AI says here. Because, like, my understanding of the SADC agreement is that it's not something that, you know, that limits people from moving around. Hold on, I'll be right back. 1 minute, hold on. Right. So, like I was saying, from my understanding of what the SADC agreement is, it's that the people, the people from the people in the SADC region, right, which is the Southern African region, right? So you're talking about Mozambique, Zimbabwe, etc., right? The people in this region should be allowed to move up and down regardless, unimpeded. Let's see what AI says. Let's just confirm this. How does the SADC agreement affect residents from the countries within the region when it comes to migration? Because, like, I know they usually don't even ask you for like your passport. The SADC treaty and supporting protocols aim to promote freer movement of people for work, study, trade, residence across the region, but implementation is uneven. See, so I had it right. I had it exactly right. I had it perfectly correct. The region is exactly for what I said, which is the people within the region can move around and do whatever. Well, not whatever, but most of the stuff that you would need to, like, stamp a passport, get a visa, blah, blah, blah. That was my understanding of what the SADC agreement was. Turns out I'm freaking right? And I learned this in primary school. Most SADC countries allow citizens of other member states to enter visa-free, right? Visa-free for short stays, usually 30 to 90 days. This helps with cross-border trade, tourism, short business trips, visiting family. Simplified work and residence pathways, in theory. But only a few countries have fully aligned their laws. So in practice, you still need a work permit, you still need a residence permit. Each country applies its own. Yeah, the framework is there, but not everyone follows what they're supposed to be fucking doing. What's this? Protection of migrant workers. The SADC frameworks encourage non-discrimination of workers from member states, fair labor practices, access to social protections depending on national laws. So yeah, essentially I was right. This chick here technically did nothing wrong by crossing the border without a passport. Where she fucked up was not, like, getting everything sorted in terms, like, document wise. And why is she only wearing one glove? I don't understand. What's this? Sony just killed physical game to... Oh, shit. Did they announce this, Vince, or are we just assuming it from like a... Are we connecting dots here, or is this an official announcement? That's the question.
Passport you didn't manage, so what do you mean by that? Do you have one, or you don't have?
I don't have.
Ooh.
So how did you come here?
I come here through bus.
With the bus?
Yeah.
And then nobody asked you about passport or anything?
But I don't...
Even if they ask you for a passport, usually what happens is you just show them your ID, and most of the people that have the ID within the region, you have the SADC ID, and once you get the biometric SADC ID, they usually just let you through the border, because that's how it's supposed to work.
Don't know what is happening because I was taking the bus and moving. So my driver, the one who sorted out about that.
South Africa's government says it is aware of the country's migration challenges and has set up an interministerial committee to deal with the issue. It has called on citizens to avoid taking the law into their own hands.
They say this, but we saw them accompanying people to go and vandalize businesses, and like they're killing people, and the police is just there, essentially just escorting them. God damn it, someone's calling. Okay, I'll return that call later. But yeah, they say the police discourages it, but from their own actions, it's like, I don't know if y'all are really discouraging it. I don't know.
Someone who violates a law or who is alleged to have violated a law, whether it is someone who is accused of theft, whether it is someone who is accused of illegally entering a country, they do not void or lose their inheritance.
But they do, because in all of these stories, oh, fuck off. Fuck off. It's not a landline. I just really fell in love with the Matrix ringtone. Leave me alone. This guy says what he's saying right now. But when South Africans kill a foreigner, quote unquote, illegal foreigner, no one gets arrested, no one goes to jail, no one gets convicted. So people believe more your actions than your words. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say. Like, you can tell your woman you love her, right? But if you're always beating on her, do you love her? You know what I mean? You can say that, oh, we don't condone these actions, but when people commit these actions and these crimes against alleged illegal foreigners, nothing happens. No one gets arrested. Like, there's no consequences. You are reinforcing from your action that actually, you know what? Kill them. They don't have the same rights as you guys. Simple. It's the same reason why when someone steals from a shop or from a mall or whatever, they get arrested. Why? Because you want to enforce and reinforce to that person and to everyone else watching that this is unacceptable behavior. But when you let South Africans kill foreigners and nothing happens, what are you reinforcing? Funny for Matrix, you need a You're not gonna bait me. You're not gonna bait me. All right, someone's at the door. God damn it! Today, man. Today, like everyone is. Okay, I'll be right back. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Oh, jeez. Okay, I completely forgot what my train of thought was. Yeah, man, busy. God damn. It's not so busy. Usually it's not so busy. I don't know what's happening today. Anyways, let's get back to the video. Let's get back.
Human dignity and human rights.
No, they don't have. Foreigners in South Africa do not have the same human dignity and human rights. Don't believe what this guy is saying. Believe the fact that when black foreigners specifically are lynched in South Africa, no investigations, no arrests, nothing happens. All right, this guy is talking cock. He's talking crack. He's talking cock. He's prodding cock, like they say in South Africa. He's prodding cock.
South Africa, we have due process in this country.
Yeah.
And it applies to any kind of legal violation.
You know what? I'm impressed that most of them are not fat. That's pretty impressive.
Police say they want to avoid a repeat of the unrest seen in 2021, when protests over the arrest of
2021, 2015, 2008. It keeps happening. It keeps happening.
former President Jacob Zuma turned to looting and chaos. South Africa's police service has set aside the equivalent of 32 million euros to monitor the planned protests. It has also partnered with private security firms who will supply helicopters, additional cars, and manpower. Helicopters, additional.
This one needs an extra diet. Cause what the fuck is this? God damn it, girl. This one could not hold a sprint for more than like 2 seconds. I know she cannot sprint for more than 2 seconds.
Cars and manpower.
And DW correspondent Diane Hawker-Kalubi filed that report. Given the violence in recent weeks, I asked her how much confidence there is that this deadline can pass without further unrest.
Well, we've heard.
Okay. Oh, Hawker-Kalubi. Okay. So she's probably married to like a white dude. So, all right. She's safe. She's safe when she's in South Africa. Because she's kind of like not black anymore. You know what I mean? She's blackish.
Recently, both from the anti-immigrant protest leaders and from the police, and from both sides, they're giving assurances that it will be a normal day in South Africa. However, I think that
from the videos we saw, it wasn't a normal day. It was not a normal day.
There is still quite a lot of apprehension from certain sectors of society, not only because of some of the violence that we've seen in the past few weeks. There have been incidents, for example, along with some of these protests, where some of the marchers would confront immigrants and ask them about their documentation. In some cases, even go.
What's this? GTA was the last game I bought like 3 years ago. Physical media dying. This fast was not on my. Oh yeah. Things are usually not as bad as we think they are, or they usually get way worse than we think they will. So
going into shops and demanding to know whether the.
It's like a lot of people are talking about the gaming crash. Oh, it's gonna take a while or whatever. Bro, that shit's gonna come, and it's gonna hit.
Workers are local or immigrants, and I think that has placed a lot of concern for amongst the immigrants in South Africa, and also there is important background from previous incidents where there was xenophobic violence in 2008, 2015, 2017, and 2019, without documentation.
More videos.
Diane Hawker-Kalubi, thank you. In Brightbridge, Zimbabwe, at the border with South Africa.
Hold on.
And DW correspondent Privilege Musfan.
It's fine, Vince. It's fine.
Kiri is in Brightbridge, Zimbabwe, at the border with South Africa. He told me what he is seeing there as migrants are leaving South Africa.
Quite a trickle.
Privilege Muswanyiri. It's a very Zimbabwean name, especially the Privilege. Like I knew a guy called Wisdom. I know a guy called God Knows. Literally, his name was God Knows. Listen, Zimbabwean parents, oh my goodness.
Of people who are coming from the South African side of the border, coming to Zimbabwe. Earlier in the day, there were quite a number of other nationalities from the region, Malawi, Tanzania and Zambia who were transiting through Zimbabwe. Some of them came from South Africa and have spent more than 3 days to a week on the road. This is a group of people who have been trying to get out of South Africa on their own funds and trying to repatriate themselves. But then they are hitting a wall when they then cross into Zimbabwe, because what then happens is that they are failing now to get transport to go onwards. In Zimbabwe, of course, transporters are saying they want to transport them from the border here at Bite Bridge to pass through to Zimbabwe, maybe to get to the other borders for Malawi, for Zambia, and so on. But then the problem is the transporters here in Zimbabwe, some of them are being charged by authorities here to say that if you transport these people, it's equivalent to human trafficking.
What?
So these people are now spending
nights,
maybe 3 or 4 days, waiting for transport to take them from the border here
it's human
into
trafficking.
Zimbabwe as they tried to transit. As we speak right now, across the border.
Listen, this is why in all of my travels, I've never been an illegal. Like, there's always the option to be an illegal, but it's the cheap thing, the easy thing always ends up being the expensive thing. It always ends up being the hard thing in the long run. It feels like, oh yeah, this will be easy, but you're always going to pay for it in the long run. Jeez.
In the distance in South Africa, we are hearing that there is a very long queue of people who are trying to get processed on the South African side to cross to Zimbabwe ahead of the 30th of June, the deadline that was given by the anti-migrant groups in South Africa.
Can you tell us a little bit more about many of those returning? They have spent years working in South Africa.
All right, let's switch to something else. This is a live feed from the Daily Guardian. Apparently it's going down. Let's see what's going down. Let's see what's happening. And everyone's got their little golf sticks here. And I've said this before, and people like some people have derived me for saying this, but I'm telling you, no one hates Africans more than Africans. People like to shit on, the colonizer or whatever. Dude, no one hates Africans like Africans. Being Texan is illegal. No, and that's... Listen to this guy. And you're saying being Texan is illegal. If you're a white Texan, it's cool. If you're a white Texan, they won't even ask you for your papers in South Africa. They'll just assume that you are someone of value. You're a human being that deserves to be in the country by virtue of being white. That's what it is. But listen to this guy. Listen to what he's about to say. Hold on. You're speaking Zulu earlier on.
From today on,
listen.
People will know what are we capable of. And then learn to less what currently since
from today onwards, people will know what we're capable of.
Caterers, please take the gentleman's number.
So yeah, that's what's happening. That's what's going down. If something new does pop up, I will definitely be looking at it. I'm mostly just going to be looking at Twitter, if I'm being honest. I'm going to bookmark some stuff. Let's see if anything interesting happens tomorrow. So far, just burning, looting, A couple of foreigners have been killed, like 4 or 5 so far. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Using my white privilege and saying howdy to random straight. I promise you, you don't even need to be able to speak one African language. By virtue of you being white, you are safe in South Africa. And when someone says that, you think, oh, it's because of the racist white people. It's like, no, dude. The black people hate themselves so much in that country that you could be in the middle of that. Like, see this dude here? See this dude here? Hold on. This dude here. See? This guy's here just chilling. I promise you, no one has asked this guy for his documents. I'd be willing to bet my life. Not my left testicle, not my right testicle, my life. No one has asked this guy for any documents because he's a white dude. It's fine. I didn't understand nothing. It's fine. He's just threatening people, saying that, you know, he's gonna make sure that any illegals or whatever pay the price or whatever for being illegal. That's all he's saying. It ain't nothing special. It's nothing special. Anyways, that's today's show. That's what I wanted to talk about today. That's what's happening. Tomorrow we shall see if there's more. I'm gonna do another stream in about maybe 2 or 3 hours on the TSWS channel to look at these videos, because I'm sure Ono Italics is gonna have videos up. I'm sure Fritanga and all these other guys are gonna have videos up. I'm gonna react to their videos later on, maybe around 8 p.m. tonight, and then yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Anyways, South Africa has forgotten the fact that they are on the continent, and the fact that they have signed the SADC agreement. So now everyone else has to pay the price for that. Anyways, y'all have a good one. Ciao.